thought it might have dropped, and then I saw, like, I don't know, it was close enough and caught it and threw him out. It was kind of crazy. It wasn't like enough time to think. I thought off the bat it might have been a hit, but it was good. Got a double play.
Time to think. What was going through that?
I don't have enough time to think about it. I just thought, please don't be a hit. Sweet's not a hit. Nice, a double play. That was my thinking, I guess.
What was your experience of taking that game in from the bullpen?
I did it in Philly. Kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really think I was gonna get in there. I wasn't like super, but I think as the game got a little bit sticky at the end, I was like, all right, there's a real chance I'll get in the game. But yeah, it's a cool perspective to watch from the bullpen.
And then when's the last time in your life, if you can think back, that you appeared in a game on back-to-back days?
I don't know if I've ever done it. I don't know, but I don't think it's not like I pitched like a lot, like a heavy bullpen or something, and pitched, and like it's not all the same stuff. I threw like barely any pitches. I didn't really warm up a ton either. So then I threw 3 pitches. So I'm
and then what was your work like before the game?
Normal pre-day. Like I get on it pretty well, and yeah, no mound or anything, but it feels normal.
Then you were throwing up a lot of
hoping that.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Were you just trying to get that first pitch?
Yeah, I think I kind of had a feeling they were in ambush. I don't really throw a lot of two-seams or righties, and I think that it ran pretty good inside. Just trying to locate it in, and I got the quick out, and that always feels good to get like the first out. And then I threw another two-seam and got another out and double play.
Dave talked about like staying loose, especially just being down 3-2. Like how hard is that to do when you're down in that spot, and how much did sort of like not losing your head sort of impact sort of being able to hold on over that game?
Yeah, I think I kind of was like, I'm not really going to think about like what's at stake. I just have to go and try to make a pitch, each pitch at a time, and if I execute it, things will work out. And I'm not like, I didn't have any idea about like the situation or anything. There wasn't like any extra pressure. I was just trying to like make my pitches and not really think about it. It kind of got thrown on me. I warmed up for like very little, got out there. It was like no thinking at all. It kind of just, and it worked out. I didn't have time to stew on it.
A lot of hitters will talk about growing up, as a hitter. I imagine playing in my backyard, game 6 or 7 of the World Series. I get the winning hit. Did you ever imagine throwing the last pitch as a closer?
There was a couple daydreams in the pen today that I was like, am I going to get in the game in like maybe 9th innings? So I think I've had all sorts of daydreams about like every pitching thing possible as a kid. I think like relieving or closing out a game or starting the World Series, I thought about it all the time. So it's pretty wild. I still haven't really processed it either. I think going out to be able to get a save in the World Series is pretty wild.
And you pitched a lot in Pittsburgh, right?
Say again?
You pitched a lot in relief in Pittsburgh. Right?
Not all. I pitched like mop-up rolls, not a lot, but I was in the pen a little bit.
What were they missing? Like, your arm's pretty good.
I wasn't very good then. They were, yeah, I never threw strikes, wasn't that good. That's what they were, yeah.
What was your reaction when the call does come down to the pen? You're next man up. I mean, what do you, at that point, what's the new?
I honestly didn't have time to think about how I felt. I just was like, I got to get going. Like, this situation's calling for me to get in pretty quick. So I threw like, I don't even know, 7, 8 pitches. I just said I was ready to go, and right when I said I was ready to go, he came out and got me. So I didn't have a ton of time to like, it's just so much different than starting where you kind of have the day to like think and game plan. It's just, you know who you're facing, you go out and try to make pitches, and it worked out tonight.
I mean, is that the way you would rather have had it instead of thinking about it?
I don't know. I don't really have anything to compare it to. I think it was nice to not have, just go out, throw me in. I liked it. I think that the bullpen is kind of a nice switch up too, especially when you're in that routine of starting. It's just kind of a nice change of pace, I guess.
And what does it mean for you tomorrow? What does it mean for you tomorrow?
I don't know. We'll find out. I don't know yet. Yeah.
Obviously, must win for Game 6, but just describe the magnitude of the force in that Game 7.
Yeah, it's everything. That's why we're here. It was all hands on deck today. And Mookie came up with a huge hit. Bullpen did well. Everyone threw well, and we're going to Game 7.
What about the swing of emotions in that final inning? Can you describe that?
I think, like, while warming up, I just was trying to, like, not even think about it. Like, just focus on my pitches, each pitch at a time. It was pretty wild. I think, like, especially when they call your name in the bullpen, you get that big adrenaline jump. But, yeah, just ran out, and then it worked out. Yeah.